Welcome back, Slayers. Bungie destroyed the Mountaintop in PvP, but in PvE it's so good. Off the jump, there are so many combos to lean into with hard-hitting GL, but these perks are the highlights in mid-tier to endgame PvE content. In third column, auto-loading holster, Habituous Assassin, Lead from Gold, and Overflow. In fourth column, recombination, one for all, Vorpal weapon, and Frenzy. As always, if you find anything helpful today, be sure to spank that like button and subscribe as PV1slayer creates educational content all the time. Now, a quick disclaimer. Now, by no means is Mountaintop an ad clear GL like the waveframes we have in the game, to name a few, Forbearance or Undercurrent. Unless it's a niche case like this, Hunter tether down, packed up enemies, and you just blow all over them and the damage splits. This GL excels on those single, tanky targets like elites, majors, and bosses, so treat it as such. Now, barrels. We're looking for a hard launch if possible, as it gives us a small bump in damage. Spike nades is still best in slot for that 12.12% increase to damage. Mountaintop's base damage is 55,000. With spike nades goes up to around 59,000. As far as the testing numbers to date, everything will be factored around spike nades with that base of 59k. Now, with third column traits, starting with Habituous Assassin, reads as rapidly defeating combatants overflows the magazine. On Mountaintop, we can hold a max of 2 shots, and it just procs just off 1 kill. The enhanced version will just add flat 5 reload speed. Nothing too crazy there. As long as within those 2 shots you get a kill, you'll proc 2 shots again, and you kind of keep rinsing it that way. Then have Lead from Gold, picking up heavy ammo also grants ammo to this weapon. The enhanced version provides more special on pickups. This just allows you to really use Mountaintop as a primary, as when you get those heavy bricks, you'll top up the special as well. Now, auto-loading holster. After 2.5 seconds of the weapon being holstered, it reloads. This essentially just allows you to tee off on an enemy, switch to your other weapons for cleanup. When you switch back, have a shot ready to go. The enhanced version just lowers it to 2.3 seconds. Now, Overflow, picking up special or heavy ammo, automatically loads the weapon beyond normal capacity. Normal version will have up to 2 shots primed. Now, the enhanced version should bring us up to 3 shots. Now, once you got your ammo economy perks out of the way, it brings us to fourth column, damage perks. Starting with recombination. If not the best in slot here. Elemental final blows increase the damage of the weapon's next shot. Utilizing stacks, you get plus 10% damage per stack, up to a maximum of 10 stacks for a whopping 100% damage increase for that next shot on max stacks. At max stacks, Mountaintop would do around 118k. Enhanced recombination now will only require 8 stacks for 100% damage buff, so only 8 kills. Now, using a weapon like Sunshot, the busted artifacts we have this season pairs very well to get recombination to 10 stacks. Ability final blows from grenades and supers contribute as well. If you missed our Ultimate Solar Warlock guide, check it out here, as Mountaintop will really complement this build. Next, we have One for All. Hitting 3 separate targets increases damage for a moderate duration. Now, provided you hit 3 enemies within 3 seconds of each, you'll get a 35% damage buff. For 10 seconds, it can't be refreshed. Enhanced One for All brings the uptime just to 11 seconds. When buff is active, Mountaintop is doing around 83k. Now, Vorpal weapon is straightforward. 15% damage buff against bosses, vehicles, and guardians with their super active. Mountaintop's base damage is around 59,000. Vorpal on a boss takes us up to about 68,000. To no surprise, let's compare Vorpal and Frenzy, since they both offer that 15% damage buff. Frenzy offers a damage, handling, and reload speed buff after being in combat for an extended time. Essentially, dealing or taking damage for 12 seconds grants that 15% damage buff, as well as plus 100 handling and plus 100 reload speed, at least until you're out of combat. For comparison's sake, immediately when those high HP enemies are present in Onslaught, those mini bosses during that augment wave, that 15% damage buff won't be active on Frenzy right away. Some conditional instances for getting through waves, Frenzy will take the candle, if you have the handling and reload speed advantage. It all comes down to if you're leaning into using Mountaintop as a primary, or you just want to burst on those large health bars. Now, a quick reference to our origin trait, Indomitability. Final blows grant grenade energy when playing a light subclass, or melee energy when playing a darkness subclass. You get somewhere around 5% ability energy. Now, using Mountaintop as your main clear, you'll feel these benefits much more. If you're kind of just saving it for those larger HP enemies, you really won't be getting much of that 5% ability energy. Now, regarding the god roll for PVE, or even just my personal god roll, I would go with something like auto-loading recombination for any heavy health bars. In all ranges of content from GM's onslaught to raids, auto-loading will offer the best of both worlds, as all you need to do is simply fire and stow the weapon, and after 2.5 seconds you can do it all again. In tandem with recombination, the synergy is crazy, so you can fire a shot off for X amount of damage based on the amount of stacks built, build up some more stacks, then rinse and repeat. Want to use Mountaintop as more of a primary, go with something like Lead from Gold Frenzy to clear through those onslaught waves. That's the reprised Mountaintop Slayers. What do you think of it being back in our sandbox once more? You can catch up with Ty1slayer on twitch.tv/Ty1slayer, Mondays through Fridays at 9 AM EST. And remember to slay and conquer.